Welcome, everyone. Today, you're not just watching a book summary. You're about to experience something much deeper, something that could change the way you wake up, the way you work, and the way you live. Because this is not just a story about a morning routine. This is about taking your power back. This is about finally doing something for yourself before the world starts demanding your attention. Today, we're talking about one of the most powerful, most loved, and most life-changing books ever written. The 5 a.m. Club by Robin Sharma. This book is not written like a textbook. It's a story, a powerful, emotional journey of people who were broken, tired, lost, and ready to give up, just like many of us. And then, they met a billionaire who didn't give them money. He gave them something far more valuable, a way to reclaim their life, starting at 5 a.m. In this video, we're going to go deep. We'll break down the 21 powerful frameworks hidden inside this book, not just to motivate you for a few minutes, but to wake something up inside you that you forgot you had. Discipline, purpose, confidence, peace, greatness. You're going to learn why the first hour of your day is the most powerful hour of your life, how to build unbreakable discipline and focus, how to create habits that stick, even when motivation dies, and why the world's most successful people all wake up before the sun. By the end of this video, you will not be the same person, because you'll realize that you already have the power. You just need the right frameworks to unlock it. So get ready, because what you're about to hear is not just a summary. It's a wake-up call for your entire life. And if you're learning English, this summary will help you too, because it's written in simple words, spoken clearly, and filled with real examples. As you listen, you'll improve your vocabulary, sentence structure, and confidence, while learning powerful life lessons at the same time. Let's begin. Framework 1. Own your morning. Elevate your life. This is the heart of the book, the single most powerful idea. The way you start your day is the way you live your life. Most people wake up late, they rush, they check their phones, they scroll social media. They're already tired before their day even begins. But high performers, the best in the world, don't live like that. They take control of their mornings. They rise early while the world sleeps. They use the first hour to become stronger, smarter, and more focused. This idea is simple. If you win the morning, you win the day. And if you win enough days, you win your life. Let me ask you, if the first thing you do in the morning is grab your phone, check other people's lives, get hit with negativity, or waste time scrolling, how can you expect to be focused, confident, and creative? You can't, because you've already lost your power in the very first hour. Robin Sharma calls this hour the victory hour. He says this is the most sacred time of the day. When the brain is quiet, the world is silent, and your future is listening. This is where transformation begins. When you own your morning, you stop being reactive and start being intentional. You don't just survive your day, you create it. Framework 2. The 20-20-20 formula, the victory hour. Now that you understand the power of mornings, the next question is, what should I actually do at 5 a.m.? Robin Sharma gives us a perfect structure called the 20-20-20 formula, the secret routine of high performers. From 5 a.m. to 6 a.m., break your time into 3 20-minute blocks. 5 a.m. to 5:20 a.m. Move. You start by moving your body. Hard. Do jumping jacks, go for a run, stretch, dance, anything that makes you sweat. Why? Because sweating reduces cortisol, the stress hormone, increases dopamine, the motivation chemical, and activates your brain. This is science, not theory. By moving your body first thing in the morning, you're telling your brain, we are not lazy, we are strong, we are alive, we are ready. 5:20 to 5:40 a.m. Reflect. Now that your body is active, it's time to calm your mind. In this block, you reflect on your life. You can journal, meditate, breathe, pray, visualize your future. Ask yourself, who am I becoming? What am I grateful for? What matters most today? This silence gives you clarity. It centers you before the world pulls you in 1,000 directions. This is your mental reset. 5:40 to 6 M. Grow. Finally, you grow. Feed your mind with something wise. Read 10 pages of a great book. Watch a lesson. Listen to a podcast. Study something valuable. This is when your brain is most focused, most awake, and most ready to learn. And the truth is, most people say they want to grow, but they never give their mind the space or time. This last 20 minutes makes sure you don't just live. You evolve. This formula, move, reflect, grow, is what separates the average from the elite, because it gives you something most people never have: control over your own mind. Framework 3. All change is hard at first, messy in the middle, beautiful at the end. Robin Sharma calls this the law of transformation. And you need to hear this, especially if you're struggling to build habits or stay motivated. Whenever you try to change your life, it will feel hard. In the beginning, you'll hate waking up early. Your bed will feel warm. Your excuses will feel strong. You'll want to quit. This is the hard beginning. Then, as you keep pushing, things will feel confusing. You'll miss some days. You'll question yourself. You might even feel like you're failing. This is the messy middle. But if you keep going, if you don't give up, something amazing happens. You break through. Your body adjusts. Your mind gets sharper. Your energy grows. You stop needing motivation because now it's a lifestyle. This is the beautiful end. Every transformation looks impossible in the beginning, but if you stay with it, it becomes your superpower. This lesson is not just about waking up early. It's about everything in life. Learning English, starting a business, changing your health, fixing your mindset. At first, it hurts. In the middle, it's chaos. But at the end, it's freedom. So remember this. If it feels hard, that doesn't mean you're failing. It means you're growing. Framework 4. The 4 interior empires. It's not just about mindset. Real power comes from all 4 areas inside you. In most self-help books, people only talk about mindset. Change your thoughts. Think positive. Focus your mind. But Robin Sharma says, that's not enough. Because you are not just a brain. You are a complex, emotional, spiritual, physical being. And if one part of you is weak, the whole system breaks down. That's why true self-mastery requires building all 4 of what he calls the interior empires. 1. Mindset, your thoughts and beliefs. This is the way you see the world. It includes your goals, focus, vision, logic, and confidence. But it's only one part of the full power. 2. Heart set, your emotional state. If your heart is full of pain, anger, or jealousy, your mind can't work properly. Even if you have great thoughts, your emotions will block your progress. Heart set means healing old wounds, forgiving others, being kind to yourself, allowing yourself to feel deeply and still move forward. Example, You might try to study or work, but your mind keeps returning to an old heartbreak. You try to focus, but your emotions are heavy. You don't need more motivation. You need to work on your heart set. 3. Health set. Your physical energy. If your body is tired, sick, or weak, you cannot perform at your best. Health set means eating clean, sleeping deeply, moving every day, staying strong and energized. Example: a man who wants to start a business wakes up at 10 a.m., eats junk food, scrolls Instagram, and drinks soda every evening. Even if he has good intentions, he has no energy to act. Your body is the foundation of your success. 4. Soul set. Your spiritual connection. This is the quiet power inside you, your higher purpose. It's the voice that asks, who am I? What am I here to do? What truly matters? Soul set gives you peace. When the world is noisy, it reminds you that success without meaning is empty. Think of it this way. Mindset is your brain. Heart set is your emotion. Health set is your fuel. Soul set is your direction. If you build only one of them, you'll be incomplete. But if you build all 4, you become unstoppable. Framework 5. The Habit Installation Protocol, 66-Day Rule. Real transformation is a system, not an event. Most people believe that habits are built in 21 days. That's the old myth. But science, and the 5 a.m. Club, says it actually takes 66 days to build a habit that lasts for life. And inside those 66 days, there are 3 stages. Each one feels different. Each one has its own challenges. Phase 1. Destruction. Days 1 to 22. This is the painful beginning. You're trying to wake up early, but it feels horrible. Your old identity is breaking. Your comfort zone is screaming. Your body resists. Your mind resists. Everyone says, "Why are you doing this? You've changed." And that's exactly right. You are changing. This is when most people quit. They think the pain means it's not working. But the pain is proof that something powerful is happening. It's like burning down the old house, so you can build a better one. Phase 2. Installation. Days 23 to 44. This is the messy middle. You've left the old version of yourself, but the new version hasn't arrived yet. Some days you succeed, some days you fall back. Doubt enters. Fear returns. This is the phase of confusion, discomfort, and slow growth. But it's also the phase where real character is built. If you push through this middle zone, if you just don't quit, you move to the final and most powerful phase. Phase 3. Integration. Days 45 to 66. Suddenly, it feels natural. You're no longer forcing yourself to wake up. It feels normal. Your identity has changed. You're not trying to be disciplined. You are disciplined. This is what true transformation feels like. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your habits, and this habit is now locked in. Think of brushing your teeth. You don't struggle with it. It's automatic. That's the goal with waking up early, meditating, reading, journaling. To make them automatic by pushing through all 66 days. Pain is temporary. Greatness is permanent. Framework 6. The twin cycles of elite performance. The world's best don't work more. They work smarter and recover deeply. One of the biggest lies in the world is this: you have to work non-stop to be successful. That's not true. The top performers in every field follow a different pattern. Robin calls it the twin cycles. 1. The high excellence cycle. This is where you do deep, meaningful, focused work. You challenge yourself. You create. You give your best energy to your most important task. But this cycle requires everything from you: focus, energy, emotion. So it must be followed by 2. The deep recovery cycle. This is where you rest, reflect, recharge. You walk in nature, you meditate, you sleep deeply, you step away from pressure and return to peace. Example: top athletes don't train 24 hours a day. They train hard, then rest even harder, because recovery is what builds strength. In our lives, this means taking breaks, going offline, spending time in silence, protecting your mental and emotional energy. If you don't allow yourself to recover, you will burn out. And burnt out people don't win. Greatness is not just about how hard you work. It's about how well you rest, reflect, and return stronger. Framework 7. The 90-91 rule. Focus is your superpower, but most people waste it every day. This rule is a productivity weapon. Here's what it says. For the next 90 days, spend the first 90 minutes of your workday focusing on one single most important task. That's it. No multitasking, no phone, no emails. Just pure focus on the one thing that will change your future. Why? Because most people start their day reacting to others. They answer messages, respond to problems, scroll their feed. Their energy is gone before they even touch their goals. But high performers protect their prime brain time. And the first 90 minutes, right after your morning routine, is your golden zone. In that time, your brain is sharp, your energy is high, and your focus is deep. Example: if you're building a business, use that time to plan, create, and solve. If you're learning English, use that time to read, speak, or write. If you're a writer, write during this window. If you're a student, study deeply during this window. That one habit, 90 minutes of focused effort on one thing, can put you years ahead of people who work for 10 hours a day but never go deep. Don't do more. Do what matters. And do it without distraction. Framework 8. The tight bubble of total focus. You can't master your life if you can't master your attention. In today's world, your focus is under attack. Every notification, every app, every message is trying to steal your attention. Your phone is no longer a tool, it's a trap. A trap that kills your creativity, your peace, and your performance. Robin Sharma says, if you want to be legendary in your field, you must create what he calls a tight bubble of total focus. It means protecting your time, energy, and environment like your life depends on it. Because it does. Let me explain. What is the tight bubble? It's a private zone, mentally, physically, and emotionally, where you work without distraction, without interruption, and without noise. No social media, no multitasking, no unimportant conversations, no mindless scrolling, just pure, deep, focused creation. This is where world-class ideas are born. This is where books get written, businesses get built, and dreams turn into plans. Why most people fail without it? Imagine trying to build a masterpiece, but every 3 minutes someone interrupts you. That's what we do to ourselves with our phones, our emails, our habits. And then we wonder, why am I not getting ahead? Why do I feel stuck? The truth is, your future is being stolen, one distraction at a time. Let's say you want to start your own business, but during your work time, you're answering WhatsApp, checking Instagram, replying to emails, and watching random videos. Even though you spend 10 hours working, your actual focus time is less than 2 hours. Now compare that to someone who works just 3 hours, but inside a tight bubble. No phone, no noise, no distraction. That person gets 5 times more results in 1/3 the time. It's not about how many hours you work. It's about how many hours you actually focus. Build your own tight bubble. Create a distraction-free workspace. Block specific hours for deep work, like 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Turn off all notifications. Put your phone in another room. Let people know, this is my creative time. If you protect your attention, your life will rise. If you don't, your potential will rot. Greatness is not for the busy, it's for the focused. Framework 9, the 2x3x rule. To double your income and success, triple your investment in your personal growth. Most people want more money, more results, more respect, more freedom. But very few ask the real question. Am I becoming the person who deserves those things? Robin Sharma introduces the 2x3x rule, and it's very simple. If you want to 2x your success, you must 3x your growth. It means instead of asking, how can I get more clients? Why am I not getting opportunities? Ask yourself, how much have I invested in becoming better? What does this look like? It means spending money on books, courses, coaches, spending time on reading, learning, improving skills, spending energy on growing your mindset and discipline. For example, there are 2 people. Person A keeps blaming the world. He says, nobody is helping me. I don't have the right network. I'm unlucky. Person B doesn't complain. He wakes up early, reads daily, learns English, builds new skills. He invests his time and money in becoming excellent. After 1 year, guess who is ahead? Of course, person B. Not because he's smarter, but because he grew more. Why most people stay stuck? Because they expect results, without becoming the kind of person who earns those results. They want $10,000 a month, but they still think and act like someone earning $500 a month. They want respect, but never build self-respect. They want followers, but they follow every distraction. Growth first, results second. If you want to become successful, stop chasing money, start building yourself. Triple your personal growth. Your income, freedom, and results will follow. Framework 10. Don't live your life by the phone. Your phone is not just stealing your time, it's stealing your future. This framework is a direct punch to the gut. It's not soft, it's not gentle, it's the truth. Robin Sharma says, an addiction to distraction is the death of creative production. In simple words, the more time you give to your phone, the less energy you have for your dreams. Let's be honest. How many people say they want to be successful, but spend 4 to 6 hours a day scrolling? How many people wish for peace, but fill their mind with 1,000 pieces of useless noise every day? How many people want to build something great, but get lost in notifications, reels, trends, and gossip? If that sounds harsh, good, because it needs to be. Your phone is designed to hook your brain. Apps are not made to help you. They are made to control you. The goal is not to give you freedom. The goal is to keep you addicted so you come back again and again. Every scroll releases dopamine, the chemical that says, this feels good. Keep going. But it's fake. It's temporary. And when you close the app, you feel more tired, more lost, more empty. Replace screen time with soul time. Robin Sharma suggests a rule. After 8 p.m., turn off your phone. Don't check it first thing in the morning. Replace that time with journaling, meditation, quiet, or learning. Example. Instead of watching 50 reels before bed, Imagine reading 10 pages of a book that changes your mindset forever. Instead of checking messages at 5 a.m., imagine writing your goals, stretching your body, or planning your dream life. Those small decisions, done every day, are the difference between mediocrity and mastery. You don't need more hours. You need fewer distractions. You don't need a better phone. You need a better relationship with your phone. And when you take your power back, your creativity, focus, peace, and confidence will return. Framework 11. The second wind workout. Most people waste their evenings, but the successful use them to recharge their soul. We often talk about the morning routine, but what about the evening? Robin Sharma introduces a powerful evening tool called the Second Wind Workout. It's simple but life-changing. After your workday is complete, usually between 5 p.m. to 7 p.m., instead of collapsing into the couch or scrolling endlessly or complaining about stress, you go for a light workout. Not heavy exercise, just movement. A walk in nature. A calm run, yoga, stretching, breathing in silence. This 30 to 45-minute session helps your body reset, your mind relax, and your stress disappear. Why this matters? Most people go through the day like this. Wake up late, rush through tasks, finish tired, escape into screens, sleep poorly. Repeat. There's no reset, no reflection, no peace. But this second wind workout changes everything. Instead of ending your day with exhaustion, you end with energy, lightness, and clarity. Imagine two people. Person A finishes work, eats junk food, and watches 2 hours of videos while lying down. He feels worse. His brain is tired. His sleep is shallow. Person B finishes work, drinks water, changes into workout clothes, and takes a 40-minute walk in the fresh air, with no phone. He breathes deeply, feels calm, comes home peaceful, sleeps better. That one change completely resets your nervous system and prepares your brain for another powerful day tomorrow. What you can do. After dinner, take a walk in silence. Leave your phone behind. Let your thoughts breathe. Reflect on the day. Thank yourself for showing up. It's not just a workout. It's a return to your inner peace. Your body is your temple. Your mind is your weapon. Give them both the care they deserve. Framework 12. The 60/10 rule. Work like a lion, not a donkey. Focus deeply, then rest wisely. In today's world, most people think working longer hours means they are productive. But the truth is, they are just busy, not effective. Robin Sharma gives us a smarter system, the 60/10 rule. Here's how it works. Work with complete focus for 60 minutes. Then rest and recharge for 10 minutes. Repeat this cycle throughout your day. This is how high performers protect their energy, creativity, and output. Let me show you why this matters so much. What happens when you work without rest? Imagine someone who works at a desk for 6 straight hours, without a break. No walk, no stretch, no water, no reflection. By hour 3, their brain slows down. By hour 4, they're distracted. By hour 5, they're checking emails, jumping between tabs, and doing low-quality work. Now let's compare this with someone using the 60/10 rule. They work with deep focus for 1 hour. No phone, no interruptions, full attention. Then they walk outside. Stretch, drink water, close their eyes, rest their brain. Then they return for the next hour. Sharp, fresh, powerful. Who do you think will perform better by the end of the day? Of course, the one who worked less, but smarter. Why this rule changes everything. When you rest your brain, You actually rebuild your strength. You avoid burnout. You recover focus. You protect your energy. Let's say you're preparing for an important exam. Instead of studying for 5 hours straight, try this. Study deeply from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Take a break, walk, breathe, drink water. Study again from 9:10 to 10:10 a.m. Repeat this cycle 3 times. You'll remember more, feel better, and perform higher. This is not laziness. This is elite strategy. Your brain is not a machine. It's a masterpiece. Treat it with care. Framework. 13. Your environment shapes your excellence. You become like the people you surround yourself with and the places you spend time in. This framework is one of the most underestimated truths in the book, but one of the most powerful. Here's the idea. Your external environment controls your internal performance. That means the people around you, the space you work in, the energy in your room, the words you hear, the habits you observe. They all shape your mindset, focus, and future. Imagine 2 writers. Writer A works at a messy desk full of noise, surrounded by people who complain, gossip, and talk about failure all day. Writer B works in a clean, inspiring room with calm music, clear air, and friends who talk about books, success, and purpose. Which writer will create better work? Obviously, writer B. Not because they're smarter, but because their environment feeds their genius, not their weakness. What can you do? Clean your room. Make your space inspiring. Remove people who drain you and distract you. Add visuals, quotes, vision boards, peaceful colors. Fill your space with books, ideas, reminders of who you want to become. If you want to become great, start by fixing the place where you live and work. Change your environment, and your environment will change you. Framework. 14. The tragedy of potential. Unused. The worst pain in life is not failure, it's regret. This is not a routine or tactic. It's a deep truth. Robin Sharma calls it one of the greatest dangers of modern life. Here's the idea. Every person is born with unique potential, but most people never use it, and they die with their greatness still inside them. Not because they were unlucky, but because they wasted time, gave up, got distracted, followed the crowd, or lived too small. In the book, the billionaire tells the entrepreneur and the artist about a man he once knew, a man full of genius, energy, and dreams. When he was young, everyone believed he would become something amazing, but he kept postponing his dreams. He always said, "One day I'll start my business. One day I'll write my book. One day I'll become the person I know I'm meant to be." But that one day never came. He waited for the right time. He waited until he felt ready. He waited until it was too late. He died with a heart full of regrets, not for what he did, but for what he never did. Ask yourself this: what are you not doing right now that your future self will cry about? What dream have you silenced because of fear? What talent have you ignored because of doubt? What chapter of your life have you delayed because it's uncomfortable? If you don't take your potential seriously, life will pass by, and you will realize too late that you could have been legendary. The pain of discipline is temporary. The pain of regret lasts forever. Framework 15. The hero's journey starts in the dark. Every transformation begins when things fall apart. This framework is one of the most emotional teachings of the book. It says, before every breakthrough comes a breakdown. The entrepreneur in the book had failed. The artist was depressed and confused. They both felt lost, broken, and tired. But that was not the end. It was the beginning. Because sometimes life has to break you, to wake you. Think about any person who changed their life completely. Maybe it was someone who lost everything and finally started their business. Maybe it was someone who went through heartbreak and finally found their true calling. Maybe it was someone who hit rock bottom and finally rebuilt their health, focus, and mindset. It always starts the same way. Pain, reflection, growth, transformation. Your darkness is not a punishment. It's a signal that something powerful wants to rise inside you. Robin's message is clear. If you are in pain right now, if you feel lost, unsure, or tired, don't give up. Because this might not be your ending. This might be your real beginning. You are not late. You are not behind. You are exactly where you need to be. To start again. Stars can't shine without darkness, and heroes are born in their lowest moments. This is the path. This is the story. This is your moment to rise. Framework 16. Clarity precedes mastery. You can't rise in life if your vision is blurry. Greatness begins with clarity. Most people don't lack talent. They don't lack time. They lack clarity. They wake up every morning, not knowing exactly what they want. They say they want success, peace, or freedom, but they've never taken the time to define what that actually looks like. Robin Sharma teaches us, you can't hit a target you can't see. That's why clarity is the starting point of all transformation. If you don't know where you're going, no amount of effort will take you there. Imagine two travelers. Both are strong, motivated, and ready to walk 50 miles. Traveler A has a map, a compass, and a destination. Traveler B has none of those, just energy. After 2 hours, Traveler A is moving slowly but surely toward his goal. Traveler B is running fast, but in the wrong direction. After 5 hours, Traveler A is halfway there. Traveler B is exhausted, lost, and frustrated. That's what life looks like without clarity. You can be busy all day, but still go nowhere if you don't know where somewhere is. Robin suggests a simple but powerful practice. Every morning, after you wake up, spend 10 minutes alone with your thoughts. Ask yourself, what do I want to achieve today? What do I want to achieve this month? What does my best life truly look like? Don't try to be perfect. Just be honest. Write it down, visualize it, feel it in your body. The clearer your vision becomes, the more focused and powerful your actions will be. What clarity gives you? Better decisions, stronger priorities, less stress, more confidence, fewer distractions, faster growth. Clarity turns confusion into direction. Direction turns effort into progress. You can't master your craft until you master your vision. Framework 17. Your daily behavior reflects your deepest beliefs. What you do every day is a mirror of what you believe about yourself. This is one of the most honest and confronting truths in the entire book. Robin says, you will never rise above the identity you hold deep inside you. It doesn't matter how many books you read or how many plans you make. If deep down you believe that you're not worthy, not strong enough, not talented enough, you will always sabotage your own success. Because your behavior is not controlled by motivation. It's controlled by your identity. Let's say a person wants to become financially free. They start learning about money. They wake up early. They set goals. But deep inside, they still carry the old belief. I'm not good with money. I'll probably fail. People like me never succeed. So after a few weeks, they procrastinate, miss opportunities, sabotage their efforts, go back to old habits. Why? Because your subconscious beliefs always win. You will never build a castle on a foundation of self-doubt. Robin suggests building new beliefs through daily repetition. Every day, affirm your worth. I am disciplined. I am focused. I am becoming excellent. Act like the person you want to be, even if you don't feel like it. Surround yourself with people who reflect your future, not your past. You have to become the identity of your dreams, not just the behavior. Your calendar is your mirror. Look at your actions. They will tell you your beliefs. If you want to change your life, change what you believe about yourself, and your behavior will follow. Framework 18. An empty schedule creates a full mind. When you don't control your time controls your peace. In modern life, people confuse freedom with nothing to do. They think, if I have no plans, no schedule, no structure, I'll finally be happy. But the truth is the opposite. Robin teaches us that a life with no structure often leads to a mind full of chaos. Because when your time has no meaning, your mind has no direction. Think about a lazy weekend. You wake up late, you have no plan, you scroll your phone, you eat anything, you waste hours. By the evening, you feel tired, sad, and guilty. Now compare it to a day where you wake up early, exercise, read, do focused work, rest with intention, spend time in silence. By the evening, you feel proud, peaceful, and purposeful. The second day was more structured, but also more free. The myth of freedom. Freedom is not the absence of structure. Freedom is the presence of meaningful control. You can't feel powerful if your schedule is random. You can't feel peaceful if your day has no rhythm. That's why successful people don't wake up and ask, "What should I do today?" They already know, because they've designed it. How to apply this? Plan your day the night before. Set blocks of time for important activities. Don't let the day control you. Control the day. Rest, but rest on purpose. Don't let your phone become your default activity. The more you plan, the less you waste. The less you waste, the more you rise. Structure doesn't trap you. Structure sets you free. Framework 19. Energy is more valuable than intelligence. In the game of life, it's not the smartest who win, it's the most energized. This is one of the most eye-opening frameworks from the book, and one that most people completely ignore. Robin Sharma says, "What's the use of being a genius if you're always tired?" You may have great ideas, you may have big dreams, but if your body is weak, your sleep is poor, your habits are draining, you won't have the energy to do anything meaningful. In this world, energy is the real currency. Imagine two entrepreneurs. Entrepreneur A is smart, but tired. They sleep late, eat poorly, and live in a state of constant mental exhaustion. Entrepreneur B is less intelligent, but has strong energy. They sleep 7 to 8 hours, hydrate well, wake up early, move daily, and manage stress. Who will build more, lead better, and last longer? Answer: Entrepreneur B. Because without energy, intelligence dies on the shelf. What drains your energy? Late night screen time, poor food, no movement, negative self-talk, toxic environments, endless comparison, sleeping less than 6 hours, saying yes to everything. You must treat your energy like gold, because it's what powers every dream you have. What builds energy? Deep sleep, morning sunlight, movement, even light walking, breathing exercises, clean eating, digital detox, silent mornings, purposeful living. It's not about working harder. It's about living smarter by protecting the fuel inside you. Energy is the foundation. Everything else is built on top of it. You don't need more motivation. You need more energy. And when you learn how to protect it, your potential becomes limitless. Framework 20. The world will reward you for mastery, not mediocrity. This is one of the most important and brutally honest truths of the book. And most people never want to hear it, because it's painful. But Robin Sharma doesn't hide it. He says it clearly. The world doesn't pay you for being busy. It pays you for being the best at what you do. In other words, being average is crowded. Being excellent is rare. And the world always rewards the rare. We live in a world where people are obsessed with shortcuts. Quick fame, quick money, quick results. Everyone wants to be successful, but very few want to be masterful. That's why most people stay stuck. They jump from one thing to another, copy what others are doing, avoid deep work, try to get attention without building skill. But here's the real truth. You don't become unforgettable by being like everyone else. You become unforgettable by becoming excellent at what you do, better than 99.9% of people. And that takes time. That takes effort. That takes pain, boredom, sacrifice, and obsession. Let's say there's a man named Daniel who wants to become a world-class photographer. He loves taking pictures. But so do millions of people. Everyone has phones. Everyone posts on Instagram. Everyone uses filters. So how does Daniel rise? He makes a decision. I don't want to be popular. I want to be the best. So while others scroll, he studies. While others post selfies, he reads about light, color, angles, and emotion. He takes 1,000 photos every day. He fails. He learns. He practices in silence while the world claps for mediocrity. After 3 years, he doesn't just have photos, he has mastery. And that's when everything changes. Big brands find him, clients chase him, his work speaks louder than his voice. Why? Because he became excellent, and the world always finds excellence. Your takeaway: whatever you want to do, writing, speaking, business, design, health, music, teaching, ask yourself, am I practicing like a master or surviving like a beginner? You will never rise higher than the standard you set for yourself. If your standard is average, your life will be average. If your standard is excellence, your life will eventually become extraordinary. But excellence is not born in public. It's born in silence, in early mornings, in lonely hours, in repeated routines, in painful discipline. That's why the 5 a.m. Club exists. It's the place where masters are made. The world celebrates results, not routines. But it's the routines, repeated in silence, that create the results that shock the world. Framework 21. Legacy is more important than likes. This final truth from the book hits deeper than all others because it forces you to ask the most important question of your life. How will the world remember me when I'm gone? Robin Sharma teaches us that real success is not about applause, money, or attention. It's about impact. It's about the lives you touch, the hearts you lift, and the purpose you fulfill. The problem is, today, most people are chasing likes, followers, and attention, but they are not building anything that will matter 10 years from now. Imagine 2 people. Person A gets 1 million views, thousands of likes, and viral fame. But all they give the world is entertainment. No growth, no healing, no depth. Person B speaks quietly, helps others, builds something meaningful. Maybe they're not famous, but they are respected, remembered, and trusted. Now fast forward 20 years. Who do you think people will still talk about? Who will still be changing lives long after they're gone? Answer: the one who left a legacy. Likes can't heal you. Followers won't hug you in your darkest hour. Money can buy a bigger house, but it can't build a meaningful life. Legacy, on the other hand, gives your life weight. It makes your suffering worth something. It turns your pain into someone else's light. It turns your silence into someone else's strength. If you want to live forever, do something worth remembering. That doesn't mean you have to be Gandhi or Steve Jobs, but it means you raise your children with love. You speak with kindness. You give your best to the work you do. You live with integrity, even when no one is watching. Because every day you're writing your legacy with your words, your choices, your presence. Why this matters more than ever. We are all going to die, and when you do, no one will care how many people watched your reels. They'll remember how you made them feel, how you showed up when it mattered, what you stood for, what you gave the world. The 5 a.m. Club is not just about waking up early. It's about waking up to the truth. You are here for a reason, and that reason is not to impress, but to impact. You've now heard all 21 frameworks from the 5 a.m. Club. But don't just remember them. Live them. This book is not about motivation. It's about rebuilding your identity, one silent morning at a time. It's not about waking up early just to brag. It's about creating a space before the world wakes up. To move your body, build your mind, master your emotions, and feed your soul. Because when you do that every single day, you don't just become better, you become unrecognizable. Your focus sharpens, your voice strengthens, your confidence returns. And one morning, you look in the mirror, and you don't see the old version of you anymore. You see someone who's finally awake, someone who is no longer living like a victim, someone who is no longer owned by the world, someone who is building something rare, something strong, something beautiful. That someone is the real you. Now go live it. Protect your mornings. Practice your focus. Respect your energy. Build your habits. Grow your gifts. And never forget, your life is not a rehearsal. This is it. Make it count. Thank you for listening to the most powerful summary of the 5 a.m. Club. If this touched your heart, subscribe and share it. Because this is not just a message. This is a movement.